Hello, everybody. It's Kate Richburg, and it is time for our third Thursday earring kit. I hope everybody's doing well. Busy day today already. I'm just going through the comments here just real quick. I hope that everybody's doing well. Pam, it looks like you've got some rain, but I hope you are staying safe. Janice is here. She was off yesterday, but she's here doing her moderating today. And I know that Janice did enjoy the birthday shenanigans. She had a great time. So on her birthday, she had such a wonderful, wonderful day, and we wish her all the best on her birthday last week, for sure. It was fun. Let's see. It is hot here in Fresno, for sure. My mom is here. She's saying that's why I've got my hair up, because the hot weather started here in Fres. It's ready. It's coming. It's here. But it's perfect hair up and earring weather. And let's just get started. We've got these new earring kits. They just dropped last night, I guess, or this morning, I guess I should say. They dropped at 12 midnight. Let me just double check and see where we are with them. As you know, the third Thursday earring kits, they go kind of quickly. So it's just a little fun thing that I do once a month. I think you'll really like these when I show them to you. It's not these. These are other earrings that I made a while back. Good. We still have some in stock, though not that many. So if you love them, and they're very affordable, there are two kits. One is called Joy, one is called Insight, and they both make really great spring into summer earrings for you. So let me show you what we've got here. Janice is so funny. She says, now that I live in Fresno, it's become the hot spot of art and creativity. When am I going to run for mayor? I'm not running for mayor, but I'm doing my utmost to tell you folks or to share the art scene in Fresno. It is super vibrant. As you know, or some of you may know, I have a great art studio at Sorensen's Studios here in Fresno. We're thinking about doing kind of a maker art kind of a thing this fall. My buddy Jojo, who has a studio there, she restores industrial sewing machines. Her Instagram is Seams Perfect Sew. She helped me hang my paintings. I've got one more painting I've got to bring to my studio. But my dear friend Pat Helmuth, who passed away a few years ago, she's actually my cousin-in-law, Rhea, her mother, Pat, who my mom knows very well as well. Pat was an amazing artist. She was an animator for Hanna-Barbera for so many years. And she was a really prolific painter. So when she passed away, part of her memorial was that you could go and take any of her art. So I have some of her art. My mom has some of her art. And the three paintings that hang in my studio, it's not my studio until Pat's art hangs in it. So there's one more painting that I'm going to bring over today. So it's great. But at Sorensen's, we're thinking about having a maker kind of event this fall, which would be amazing. We also have a makerspace here in Fresno called Innovator Studios, I think. It's a really cool makerspace. Chris and I went down there for Art Hop. We have Art Hop the first Thursday of every month here in Fresno. In South Fresno, it's the first Thursday. In North Fresno, where I am, it's actually the third Thursday. I just went to the San Joaquin Glass Show this past weekend. There's so much art here in the Central Valley of California. And not only are we the breadbasket of the world, but we are a terrific art center as well. So there'll be more info about that. I'm also going to invite the world here to Sorensen's. I'm going to get those dates juggled. So those of you who are ready to join me for a mini retreat here in Fresno can do so. There's so much to do. I was thinking that one of those days, if you come early, we could take the train to Hanford. Hanford is a small town just south of us here in Fresno, and it's a pilgrimage. You take the train to Hanford to go get ice cream at the creamery there. The train is just, I don't know, it's like a half-hour ride, not far. You jump on the train here in downtown Fresno, you go to Hanford, you get ice cream, you walk around the old Times Square, and then you come back to Fresno. So it'll be really fun. They don't have wine on the train, Janice, but I think they have a club car, or we could bring our own club car. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, my mom has some beautiful pieces of Pat's art. That is for sure. So there's all kinds of interesting, like, there's a gallery row here in Fresno, some really amazing galleries, some really fantastic ceramics galleries and stuff. So yeah, if we do, not if, but when we do our Fresno retreat, the Central California Bead Shop art retreat here in Fresno, we'll have a lot of fun. We'll maybe do that day trip. We'll maybe visit some other studios. And the other artists that have studios in Sorensen's are so interesting. As I said, my friend Jojo has her industrial sewing machines. My new friend Brandon, he does mixed media. I met a painter yesterday. Her name is Katie. Her paintings are super vibrant. My friend Jerry, he's an old-fashioned sign painter. He paints on glass with gold leaf. Oh, it's really incredible, and more. There's a lot of really amazing artists there. So I will be so glad to invite the world to join us there for that retreat. And it is true, we are only about an hour from Yosemite. You take 41. 41 is just right here. Jump on 41 and you're at one of the natural wonders of the world. So that's my little plug for Fresno. For sure. But let me share the earring kits with you. Okay, let me put these up on the screen. But I'm very excited to have you join me. We're going to have a lot of fun on our in-person art retreat here. And speaking of retreats, my friends, two things before we get to the earrings. Two things, just a reminder. I leave for the France retreat. I leave on the 28th of June, so just about a week and a half. It's coming up. We're going to have all kinds of shenanigans going on while I'm gone, so don't worry. I'm going to do some pre-records. I have some special drops that I'm going to do for you. So just because I'm going across the pond, 28th of May. I meant May. Where am I? Who are you people? And what are you doing here? I'm going to have all kinds of fun. Everyone's saying, Maureen, I'm joining you. Right? She's like, you leave in May. I'm all, yes, I do. So do you. So we're going to have a great time, but I promise we'll have some drops here. I've just curated a mix that's inspired by the French Revel markets. I know I need a new clock and I need a new calendar, 100%. I don't know where I am. So we've got that going on. Yes, from Fresno to France. That's what it is. France or bust. I'll do some, I'll try and do some lives from Fresno to France. We'll see. We'll see what happens. It's going to be fun. So I've got that going on. And then those of you who have signed up, our August retreat in San Juan Bautista is full. We do have a waiting list. We actually let 2 people in off the waiting list. So if you're thinking about going, but you're like, oh, I'll never get to go if there's a waiting list, put yourself on the waiting list just for fun anyway, right? I know I owe all of you retreaters an email. I'm going to get that out to you. I promise. I said this week, it's only Thursday. I still have tomorrow. Technically, the week ends for me like Saturday. So don't worry, you'll hear from me. Other than that, make sure that you're on our mailing list so you hear about all of these retreats, all of this stuff happening. We're already gearing up for 2025. All right, let's get to these earrings. Enough of that. I just need to tune in and just chat with you all so I can see what's going on. That's what I really need to do. But here are the earrings. I've named them Joy and Insight. And I named them after the two motifs that are on these beads. And I'm going to jump, dump isn't a very nice word. I'm going to gently pour them out of their little bags in just a second. So you can see the Insight kit. That's this one with the dragonflies, and the Joy kit are with the robins. Now, two things. If you follow me on social, you'll be noticing that I post a lot about kind of the beautiful like wildlife that's in my yard. I just posted about the Central Valley carpenter bee, the male carpenter bee. He's known as the teddy bear bee. So go to my social on Facebook if you want to see him. He's a giant golden bee. I love him. So we've got a ton of birds. Janice always hears the birds when I'm taking my walk in the morning, and we have our check-in. Also with dragonflies, they say that those of us who have lost loved ones, that dragonflies, when you see a dragonfly, it means that your lost loved one is sending you a sign. Now, I don't know if that's true, but I like to think that it is, right? I like that comforting kind of thought. So that's why we named this one Insight. Insight maybe into a different world. And Joy with these little birds and the joy that they bring me and us, I hope. I love it. Terry, dragonflies visit you. We get them too. We get them visiting us. We really love them. You know, when Chris's mom, when she passed away a few years ago, and we went to Hawaii to kind of help with all that. You know, of course, it's a rough time when you lose your mom or your mother-in-law. Over their pool, the pool that she loved so, so much, her natural kind of lava rock pool, dragonflies. Dragonfly after dragonfly after dragonfly. So I like to think that that is true. So anyway, here are the two different kits. They are not together. They are separate. So you would have to buy both of these separately if you want both of these kits and both of these beads. Hi, Zakaya. How are you? Good to see you here. And Margaret, I see you had the picture of a past broadcast up with the audio of this one. Well, now you're all set. Oh, and thank you, JP, for putting up the Facebook group, the page there. It's all there for you. So let's take a look. Let me show you the size of these beads, and then we'll quickly make the earrings. Oh, thanks, JP. You know what, Janice? I think it's on my personal one, but you can link people to my personal one. It's all public. And do post it on the bead table as well, if you would. I emailed Janice the video while I was walking. I just loved him. He was so, anything that's called a teddy bear, I am so in for. All right, let's measure these. These are check glass with this etched dragonfly. You can see they have a little bit of color around the sides, and the dragonflies might be a little bit of a slightly different color like this, right? So here are the sizes, 15 millimeter for these dragonflies. The robins, I'm calling these robins because they're red. Robins really aren't red. Cardinals are red, but I'm calling them robins. These guys are a little smaller, 3.5 millimeter. Okay. Oh, Zakaya, I'm glad you're enjoying your prize. Speaking of prizes, I'm going to have some prizes and things while I'm gone. We're going to do some drawings for things. So you're not going to want to miss the pre-recorded broadcasts I'm doing for you while I'm in France. We've got some fun things planned for you. Now, I also grabbed these little flower beads. Oh, thank you, JP, for doing that. I have these flower beads in this pink opal and kind of this coppery opal. These are about 11.5 inches long. And I used antique brass findings here and antique gold findings here. So this could have nothing, it couldn't be easier, right? You put the flower on however you want it. I'm putting the flower on this way, so it's cascading down, right? Then I'm adding the dragonfly, and then I'm just going to turn the loop. But look, so easy, so light. The color, I think, really pops. You could also do it the opposite way. I've given you the ball head pins, and there's a spare ball head pin in case you screw up. Since they're ball head pins, they're not as easily to replace in your stash if you don't have the ball ones. So you could do it this way with the flower going down, right? Like that. You could have it going up. That looks very pretty too, doesn't it? It looks nice that way. Maybe I will do these in this configuration and I'll do these in the other configuration. But let me see how they look. Okay. Let's do this. Let's put this one on. You know, when I teach my earring class, when I used to teach it at the store live, we used to get all of our beads. We just had a ton of beads and people would just make earring after earring after earring. It was so fun. What I'd tell people when they were designing is if they design their earring and they're not quite sure about the design or whatever, keep that one intact and then create a second one so you can see what it looks like. Okay, so you can compare and contrast. The other thing that I would tell people is to turn your earring upside down. If you didn't like it going this way, turn it upside down. You might like it going this way. Okay, those are kind of two tips from me. Gosh, I don't know how many pairs of earrings. You folks hear me talk about earrings every month when I do this broadcast for the earring kits, but they're so fast and easy to do, right? Look at that one. Look at how I didn't even think about putting that bead going up towards the top. I am going to, I don't know. What do you think? I think maybe these I'm going to do this way. With this, it's kind of like a elongated lotus blossom. So let's put Mr. Bird or Mrs. Bird or Ms. Bird or just Bird there on that one like this. And this one I'm going to have with this one pointing down. Okay. And the thing for now, I mean, if you know someone that loves earrings and they have a birthday coming up, maybe you celebrate like a summer holiday. I don't know what's coming up, right? Or if you're going visiting and you need little hostess gifts for people who wear earrings. These are really fun. Get them. They already come in a little organza bag. Just make the earrings, slap them back in the bag, and your hostess gifts are ready to go. You are good to go there. So now let me just go ahead. I could wire wrap these, but maybe I will. Maybe I'll do, because the ear wires I gave you are a little shorter, which I like. So maybe I'll wire wrap at least these. Maybe I'll do one set wire wrapped and one set not. Okay, like this. Up and over. You know that we have, and this will be just enough wire for it. We have our tutorials. Let me do this with my fingers. Our skill builders is what I'm trying to say. On how to make a wire wrap loop, how to, there we go, how to do just a plain rosary loop. Sorry, I'm out of the shot there. Let me lift this up just a little bit more. There we go. Let me zoom out. Like so. Yes, agreed, Myra. I still like to wear mismatched earrings. Mismatched earrings were kind of one of my signature looks starting in high school, and I've never, ever let that one go. So yeah, I like wearing mismatched ones. So see, with this 2-inch head pin, you have just the right amount. You want to be really careful. I'm using this bent chain right here, the 90-degree bent chain that we carry at Bead Shop, to get this little wire in. Sometimes if you need to hold, you want to be really careful though, so you don't nick the bead. I'm going to use my wide chain nose here to hold it like this. That'll be a little bit easier. I'm going to get my little fingers right in there. Bear with me here. You need to be real careful because these beads, of course, are glass. You don't want to split them or nick them. So there we go. There's one. Now, I know you're saying, but Kate, you wire wrap that closed already. What were you thinking? Well, I'm thinking that this earring is kind of open, so I can wire wrap it, slide it on, then I can close that up like that. See that there? Let me zoom in on it. Okay. Like that. Let me get you here. I know, Linda, those carpenter bees, they're called carpenter bees because they like to make holes, but thankfully we don't have really hard damage from them. And I don't know, a few pollinators, I feel like it's a good trade-off. I don't know, at least for me. But that golden bee, I'll tell you, he was really incredible. So I know. We've got so many different kinds of bees in our front yard, in our salvia garden that Chris has grown and tended. It's very kind of English garden, kind of a look to it. We have honeybees, we've got bumblebees, we've got these carpenter bees, we've got them all. So, and we need pollinators, that's for sure. But there we go. Okay. Yeah, I love it. Jenny, you're saying I did that with socks too. And when bullies would say something, I would say, yeah, and I have another pair at home. So soon they were following. Exactly. Be a trendsetter, not a trend follower. Right? So there's that. Okay. And so Myra, you're asking about the pliers that are even more than 45 degrees. These are 90. Okay. So I've got my bent chain over here, I think. Maybe I don't. But the bent chain, I'll show you. I don't know why they're not here, but they're not. Anyway, this is a 90 degree. So when I use this to grab, it really, I can get it right down in there to close up wires, stuff like that. Our regular bent chain nose are bent more at a 45 degree angle. Okay, so the 45 degree goes more like at a diagonal here. Okay, so the 90 degree is here, the 45 is here. They're both really handy. I'm looking, I don't know what my bent chain is. It's probably with a project that I'm doing. Yeah, sorry about that. But you can see it on the website, right? That 45 degree also acts like a really nice little set of fingers to kind of push things in or hold things. But Xuron sent me these, sent me a test pair years and years and years ago, okay, which I loved. And I used, and then I realized, why don't we have these on the website? Why don't we sell them on Bead Shop? So we added these from Xuron. Xuron, as you know, it's an American-made company out of Maine, our friends in Maine. Always very generous with instructors, very generous with always sending samples and things like that. So a big shout out and thank you to our friends at Xuron. We're very, very proud to support you as a company. But they're really great. So those are up there. Let me just do these, and I'm just going to do these as loops, as rosary loops. Okay, here and here. Let me go ahead and cut. I'm going to cut leaving about, I don't know, 3/8 of an inch there. Hold my finger here like this. And then I'm going to come in, whoops, and roll them over like that, okay, with my round nose. And I did that so quickly. Let me slow it down a little bit for you. So here, and you can see I just, in a short series of turns, I roll that wire over the round nose plier. There we go, to form it, to shape it. Okay, let me straighten everything out. When I go slow on the loops, they always look dreadful. I have to do my loops fast. There we go. See how this bent chain, how I can get in there and, yeah, you know, do that. Yeah, those yellow jackets, yellow jackets aren't even in my B. I think of those more as like flying demons, really. But fortunately, I don't have many here, thankfully. But yeah, those suckers, they will, they'll chase you down. Very painful. There we go. So there's that one. And let's do this one. You remember one of our monthly earrings, our third Thursday earrings, was the bee earring that I made. I really loved it. I think we're out of those. I don't think we've got those any longer, but that was a really fun one, that beautiful big bee. Let me slide in. Oh yes, I'm wearing the bracelet. Yes, look, the Tyla. I finished her. I'm really, really pleased with it. Next week, the gem duos are coming up. I sent this one I gave you a little sneak peek of it yesterday. I know this is about earrings, but I don't know. I'm just feeling chatty today. This is the other one. This is coming up next week with the gem duos. And I'm going to do some kind of cool edge on this one too. I cannot get enough of these shaped beads, I'm telling you. So this one's coming up next Wednesday. Tuesday, we're going to launch our first round of gem duos. And then Wednesday, I'm going to make the bracelet. I'm going to talk to you about all of the new gem duos that we have. And then the following week, we're going to have some more gem duo colors launching as well. So, yeah. And we've got findings for these for earrings, which is going to be great. Okay. But let me show you this here. Let's get up close and personal so you folks can see this. Let me get in a little tighter. There we go. There it is. There it is. Up and running. The earrings that I'm wearing today, these, just to show you, these were the Fleur earrings that we just launched the project page for them. So if you haven't seen the project page for Fleur, they're up. And don't forget, if you love the Super Duos, I've been wearing both of these on heavy repeat. This is the one that I made in homage to Dria's Super Duo earrings that she made there. Let me zoom out just a touch here. So that's it. That's what's going on in the world of earrings. You know, earrings are so fast and easy and fun to make. I have that. I've got one more. You haven't done this one. And I think we've got them back in stock now. Russell. This one from our buddy Danielle Wicks. Remember this one? That fireworks, or I can't remember what the heck I called it, but I loved it. I've got to finish this one, but remember I did this one with the cap and her, there's her little stitch and connector there. And then this has that drop there. Waterfall. I think it was called Waterfall. JP, you're right. I need to finish those up because look at how good. You know, this is a summer earring wardrobe. Am I going for a color theme here? I kind of am, it looks like. Really. There we go. Let's make all those. That's good for screenshot time. And then I also did this one. This was when I was wearing them as the odd earring. I had made this one with our nun design, 2 caps together and a Baroque pearl there. But look at how good. I mean, you could wear a fountain, JP. It was fountain. Thanks, Ellen. That's what it was. Fountain for sure. Let me add myself in here. Let me get this up there. There we go. I think they're such a fun, like, summer earring wardrobe for sure. Yes, waterfall is pretty, but this earring, yes, fountain, it's really good. I did it with 11/0 and 15/0 as well. So you could totally mix and match. Like, look, you can do this. I mean, come on. Wouldn't that be great? I don't know. Just really fun. My mom's asking me how many pairs of earrings do I think I've made. I don't know. How many do you think? I don't know. 5,000? I have no idea. I've been making earrings since 1992. So who knows? Who knows? So fun. But anyways, so there's the new kits right here. Some other ideas for you to play around with as well. And I will see you folks tomorrow. Let me get myself up here. Bear with me here. There we are. Tomorrow is our Free Tip Friday. I am going to be using one of our favorite string materials, Soft Flex, and I'm going to be mixing it up. I'm going to do a Soft Flex float, but I'm going to make the float adjustable. Okay, on the on not adjustable, but convertible. I'm going to use the strand that has the multiple. The layering clasp is what I'm trying to say. So we're going to mix up, we're going to do a float, but we're going to add some other things into that float as well. So again, it's a great summer wardrobe kind of a piece. It's great for you to bring on a trip so you can change it out. And Cynthia, I don't think we carry the plastic stoppers. I know we used to. If we don't, we should get those in. Okay. So, but those are really, totally happy to have for sure. Let me look at Myra's question here. One earring was longer, got the measurements on the needle nose. What do you recommend to measure from the beads to the cut? What I use, Myra, is if this is my plier, it's right here. I'll use my plier tip to measure. So I'll set the tip of my plier on top of the bead. Let's say the bead is my thumb here. I'll set it on right here. And then I'll bend the wire over the tip of the plier so it gives me about that length. That is about 2 or 3 millimeters is my guess. Okay, for there. Let me also thank you, Terry. I was going to say this. 2 of our bead friends are going through it right now. Number 1, our dear friend Sarah Ayler from Softlex. Her husband is entering hospice. As you know, you may not know, her husband Joshua was diagnosed last year with an inoperable cancerous brain tumor, which has really been devastating. Sarah and her family have been handling this with grace and bravery. But now's the time for us to send all of our good thoughts out to Sarah and her family. Also, our dear friend Candy Cooper, her beautiful, beautiful dog, just got hit by a car yesterday, and I know that dog was a fixture in many of your lives. You see her on her lives and things like that. So our buddy Candy Coop is also going through it as well. So, we are all one big bead family here. Many of us have known each other for years and years. I've known Sarah for almost 30 years. I've known Candy just as long. So we're all really close. We're all really good friends. So what affects one of us affects all of us. So, so send out their good thoughts. We're thinking good thoughts for all of our friends, and not only those friends, but for those friends right out there who are watching me today. Thank you, as always, for your support. I will see you tomorrow with some ideas with that beloved Softlex, and I'll see you tomorrow then. Thanks so much, everybody, for joining me. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.